How can organizations encourage out-of-the-box thinking among their technical experts and specialists?
See, basically, for experts, within the organization, it is difficult to have an assessment system and a support system. So I firmly believe that you should have associations of specific technical areas to take care of that expertise element. Okay, and there are associations. Okay, like there is an SMFRA, I know, Sheet Metal Forming Research Association. It's a pan-India organization comprising of academicians and researchers and professionals. Now, such bodies actually can inspire out-of-the-box thinking among expert technocrats, and they are the best judges also, they can assess also. Okay. The organization themselves, the managers cannot judge a technocrat expert, forget it. If they try to do, that is what happens, force-fitting into a bell curve and all that. In bell curve, the biggest problem is that it is based on achievement of numeric targets. Okay. But then, what is the difficulty level of the target becomes a question mark. How do you assess the difficulty level? How do you compare the difficulty level between two different functions? Okay. That becomes subjective again. Okay. So there is a lot of room, though they say it is an objective assessment, there is a lot of room for subjectivity, there is a lot of room for manipulation, and all the wrong things can happen there. Okay. So that's another problem. And objective assessment of target, assigning of the target. First of all, numeric target itself promotes a tendency of driving through the dashboard. Now, would you like to ride a bus where the driver is looking at dashboard only all the time? Okay. It's like driving through the rear view mirror. Okay. Which also, I mean, we Indians are known for doing. Okay. Driving through the rear view mirror. But we also drive excessively through the dashboard without knowing where to go, without knowing the way forward. Okay. So, and without caring about the passenger comfort, not giving them jolts and jerks. Okay. If you are just worried about the mileage, okay, you can look at the dashboard. But then dashboard driving is certainly not good for organizations. So normally such associations will have some symposium, some seminars where they are allowed to present some of their work, and that gets assessed by a panel of experts. So they get encouragement, they get ideas, there is a lot of lateral learning, and they can compare relative to other experts, where do I stand. Okay. So according to me, that is the best kind of thing to assess an expert. But HRs have to figure out a way how they link these things with their internal rating system, internal reward system and all. Otherwise, yes, expert will get a lot of claps once he goes in those events. But then back in organization, nobody will recognize him as anybody. Medical community, it is more prevalent, all these kind of events where they have seminars and interactions. Medical community, I think, is much better placed in dealing with expertise. Because first of all, in medical, unless you do post-graduation, you are nobody. Okay. So post-graduation adds real value. Whereas in engineering side, it is not the thing. In engineering side, if you do post-graduation, you are stamped for research and teaching kind of a job only. I mean, in profession, you don't require that really so much. Okay. So in engineering, I would say it is a luxury to have a post-graduation. In medical, it is a must. In medical, it is respected also, because it makes a difference. In day-to-day life, it makes a difference. A cardiologist makes a difference if he is examining a patient, obviously. But not so in engineering. A machine being attended by a PhD or an MTech fellow, it doesn't make any difference to the machine. And management cares to hoots. I mean, if they could do it, they would get a metric pass person to solve the problem of the machine. They may not even employ a graduate engineer for that, right? So that's the problem.